best Antares Auto-Tune settings. You ready? Let's do this right after the intro. Yo, the name is Gosa once again, and still the solution career, providing solutions to your problems. Hit that subscribe button if you are new to this channel. Turn on the notification bell, like the video, leave a comment and subscribe. Alright guys, we are in FL Studio now, and I'm gonna show you the best Antares Auto-Tune settings. Alright, we're gonna use this simple project that I recorded. They're super simple. So the very first thing I'm gonna do is to route these vocals to the mixer track 2. Then I'm gonna route the B2 to mixer track 1. All right, next let's head over to the mixer track, and what I'm gonna do is to introduce an old version of Auto-Tune, teach you the settings. Then right after that, we're gonna introduce one of the latest Auto-Tunes, and I'm gonna teach you the best Antares Auto-Tune settings. I mean the best Auto-Tune ever, the best settings that you can actually give it to any vocals. But before then, we're gonna create a group channel by right clicking on the insert channel 9. Then we're gonna give it a color, let's say green. Hit accept. All right, then over here we're gonna introduce reverb. I'm gonna use the Valhalla Vintage reverb. So this is the Valhalla Vintage reverb, and I'm gonna cut off some of the low ends a little bit. Next, we're gonna sound our vocals to this group track here. And how do you do that? All you need to do is to click on the vocal track, then click on the enable send from this insert 2. And now guys, I'm gonna mute the beat so that you can hear the reverb well.
Baby, why you do me it?
Now you can hear the reverb is high. And how do you control that? All you need to do is to click on this vocal track. Then we're gonna play with this knob here. All right, the more you push it up, the more effect you're gonna experience. All right, so we're gonna give it a little bit like this.
Baby, why you do me this? Me, I no go love you play. You be my one only. So dance to my melodies. I can't feel the vibe only.
This is super simple. All right, next thing I'm gonna do is to click on the vocal track. Then I'm gonna change this cheap microphone to expensive microphone. All right, and we're gonna use the mic mode. If you don't know this mic mode, this is a mic modulator that you can actually use to change your vocals that you recorded with the cheap microphone to any expensive microphone. If you want to know much about this, I have a full video there, go and watch that. So I'm going to choose one of the expensive microphones here, which is the Sony C800G. all right, then guys, listen.
Baby, why you do me this? Me, I no go love you play. You be my one only. So dance to my...
Without this, make sure you use good headsets or monitors to listen to this.
Baby, why you do me this? Me, I no go love you play. You be my one only. So dance to my melodies.
And with the mic modulator, now I'm gonna cut off some of the low ends of these vocals. And what I'm gonna do is to hold the EQ band 1 here and drag it down, simple like this. We're gonna cut some of the low ends like this.
Baby, why you do me this? Me, I no go love you play. You be my one only. So dance to my melodies. I can't feel the vibe only. Baby girl, don't do me like this. Oh, body no be firewood. I swear, say you be my one only.
That's super simple. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Let me know where you are watching me from, guys. Now I'm gonna add the beat to it. Listen.
Baby, why you do me this? Me, I no go love you play. You be my one only. So dance to my melodies. I can't feel the vibe only. Baby girl, don't do me like this. Oh, body no be firewood.
Now it's time to introduce the Auto-Tune and teach you the best settings. All right, so let's click on the insert 2. Then we're gonna use one of the oldest version of Auto-Tune, which is Auto-Tune 8.1. all right, so Auto-Tune 8.1 is a great Auto-Tune. If you are still having this Auto-Tune, that's great. All right, you can actually use this to achieve any effect that you wanna get. So I'm gonna teach you how to use auto-tune, I mean the best Antares Auto-Tune settings. Alright, so anytime you pick auto-tune or you wanna auto-tune your vocals, there are some key points that you have to pay attention, and one is the key. Alright, when it comes to auto-tuning, you have to get the perfect key. If you don't know how to detect the right key for any unknown beat, I have a full video there. You can actually watch the video that will pop up on the screen. So first thing first, make sure you get the right skill and the right key. All right, that's pretty simple. You can actually do that by changing the keys and playing the beat, and the key that will sound great into your ears, you can actually stick to that. But if you want to speed up your production, you can also get plugins that's gonna help you detect the right key with just a click, and one of them is the auto key detector, and you can also use the virtual DJ player. So anytime you are using auto-tune, make sure you get the right key. If you're able to get the right key, then almost 80% of the work is done. So for this particular project, it was minor scale and the key was A sharp. All right, so I'm going to choose that. The next knob that you have to pay attention to is the routine speed. The routine speed is how much you want to pitch your vocals, I mean how much you want to feel that T-pain effect on your vocals. So the more you crank the routine speed up, the more auto-tune you're gonna feel, and the less auto-tune you're gonna feel when you crank the routine speed all the way down. As you can see, how slow to fast. All right, so what I'm gonna do is to exaggerate things so that you actually hear what we are doing. So I'm gonna bring the routine speed all the way down whilst I'm playing the beat and the vocals. We're gonna push the routine speed up, and I want you to pay attention to the effect that gonna come on the vocals. Let's do this. And I want you to also watch here, I mean what the pitch change amount here. All right, in cents, you're gonna see when we are pushing the routine speed all the way up, the more pitch change you're gonna see here. So let's do that.
Baby, why you do me this? Me, I no go love you play. You be my one only. So dance to my melodies. I can't feel the vibe only. Baby, girl, don't do me like this. Oh, but it don't be firewood. I swear, say you be my one only.
And I'm gonna mute the beat for now so that you actually hear what's going on. Subscribe to the channel if you are new here. Let me know where you are watching me from. The name is Godsai. Alright, so now listen to the auto-tune when we push the routine speed all the way up like this.
Baby, why you do me this? Me, I no go love you play. You be my one only. So dance to my melody.
So you can actually hear that we have auto-tuned our vocals and we are getting that T-pain effect. All right, but if you don't give the right amount of routine speed, you're gonna spoil your vocals. As you can hear, I'm not a good singer, I'm just doing my best. So what you need to do is to play with the routine speed and make sure you give the right amount of routine speed to the artist. If you want to sound natural, you can actually give it 20 or 30 routine speed, and that's gonna sound great. Listen to this.
Baby, why you do me this? Me, I no go love you play. You be my one only. So dance to my melodies. I can't feel the vibe only. Baby, girl, don't do me like this. Oh.
That's super simple. Let's add the beat.
Baby, why you do me this? Me, I no go love you play. You be my one only. So dance to my melodies. I can't feel the vibe only. Baby, girl, don't do me like this. Oh. But it don't be firewood.
Alright, that's simple. For me, I'm gonna push the routine speed about 6%. Like this. The next knob that you have to pay attention to anytime you are using auto-tune is the humanize knob. Anytime you auto-tune our vocals, we mostly sound robotic, and we don't want to sound like robots. I mean, we want to add realism to our vocals. I mean, realism to the sustained note at a high routine speed. All right, so we push the routine speed a little bit up to give that realism, so that we're gonna sound like human beings, not robots. All right, so listen to this as I push it all the way up.
Baby, why you do me this? Me, Me I no go love you play. You be my one only. So dance to my melodies. I can't feel the vibe only. Baby girl, don't do me like this. Oh, but it don't be.
And now you can actually hear that when you push the routine speed all the way up and give it a little bit humanized, the vocals are no more shaking. So always give a little bit humanized to your vocals. And the next knob that you can also play around is the natural vibrator. If you want to add vibrator to your vocals, you can mess up things here. I mean, play around, and the one that suits your vocals you choose. For me, mostly I don't add vibrator to my vocals, all right, but let me teach you whilst we play there.
Baby, why you do me this? Me I no go love you play. You be my one only. So dance to my melodies. I can't feel the vibe only. Baby girl, don't do me like this. Oh.
So you can add a little bit natural vibrator, and the correction style here, the more you push it to classic, from classic to mono, the less auto-tune you're gonna hear. Watch here, what the graphics when you push this thing all the way up like this.
Baby, why you do me this? Me I no go love you play. You be my one only. So dance to my melody.
You can see that the pitch change amount has reduced, all right. So what I'm going to do is to bring it down to classic like this. And guys, if you want to create special vocals, you can mess up things here with the throat length and also the transpose. Let's start with the throat length like this.
Baby, why you do me this? Me I no go love you play. You be my one only. So dance to my melody. I can't feel the vibe.
Alright, now let's move to the transpose.
Baby, why you do me this? Me I no go love you play. You be my one only. So dance to my melodies. I can't feel the vibe only. Baby girl, don't do me like this.
Alright, so if you want to create special vocals, you can play with this throat length and even the detune. Alright, so now guys, the next thing that you have to pay attention to whenever you are using auto-tune is the input type. All right, if it's a female, you can choose the soprano. If it's male, you can play around the alto tenor and the low male, the one that's gonna sound great in your ears. Just choose that. This is super simple, and for most of the knobs I don't actually touch it. If you want to play around, you can go ahead and do that, but with this Antares Auto-Tune, I mean, if you want to get the best Antares Auto-Tune settings, you can actually turn on the low latency. Now let's listen to this on our vocals once again, and I'm going to introduce one of the latest auto-tunes and follow the same settings here, guys.
Baby, why you do me this? Me I no go love you play. You be my one only. So dance to my melodies. I can't feel the vibe only. Baby girl, don't do me like this. Oh, but it don't be firewood. I swear, say you be my one only. I love you, take you for food. Baby girl, rat.
Alright, so guys, I'm gonna mute this and introduce one of the latest auto-tunes, which is Auto-Tune Artist. So Auto-Tune Artist 2 is one of the best auto-tunes from Antares. You can actually get this from the official website of Antares. So guys, if you watch here, this is simple to use. It comes with the scale where you're gonna choose your scale, then the key, which was A sharp, then the routine speed. As I said, the more you push it up, the more auto-tune you're gonna feel. Then the flex tune. All right, this is super simple, comes with the humanized knob, guys. So let's exaggerate things like this, change the input type to low male. Then guys, listen to this on our vocals.
Baby, why you do me this? Me I no go love you play. You be my one only. So dance to my melodies. I can't feel the vibe only. Baby girl, don't do me like this. Oh, but it don't be firewood. I swear, say you be my one only. I love you, take you for food. Baby girl, rat. Baby, why you do me this? Me I no go love you play. You be my one one and only. So dance to my melodies. I can't feel the vibe only. Baby girl, don't do me like this. Oh. Body no be firewood. I swear, say you be my one and only. And if I take you for fool, oh. Baby girl, rat rat rat. Baby, why you do me this? Me, I no go love you play. You be my one and only. So dance to my melodies. I can't feel the vibe only. Baby girl, don't do me like this. Oh. Body no be firewood. I swear, say you be my one and only. And if I take you for fool, oh. Baby girl, rat rat rat. Baby, why you do me this? Me, I no go love you play. You be my one and only. So dance to my melodies. I can't feel the vibe only.
Alright guys, so this is the best Antares Auto-Tune setting that you can actually follow anytime you are using Auto-Tune from Antares. It's super simple. Make sure you give the video a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new here, and to my returning subscribers, I say big shout out to you all for supporting the channel. Now, how do you add reverb to your vocals? Watch the next video that will pop up on the screen, and you will actually get the cheat code when it comes to using reverb on vocals. Until then, see you in the next video. Stay blessed.